Hi everybody, it's Tim with Engadget, and this is the new 2012 iPod Touch, the 5th generation of the iPhone without a phone, and it's basically Apple's best portable media player yet. It's considerably thinner than the 4th generation model, which has been around for about 2 years now, measuring just 6.1 millimeters thick. The layout is much the same, power button on the top, volume rocker on the left. On the bottom, though, we have the new Lightning connector, which is much easier to plug in than before and much smaller, but it will make a lot of your devices incompatible, of course, and the headphone jack is moved from the right side to the left side of the bottom. On the back, crucially, we've got a 5-megapixel camera, which is taking much better pictures than before, and there's also this new connector on the bottom left, which is what Apple is using to connect what's called the Loop. It's basically a wrist strap, and the idea is to improve this device's credentials as a compact camera. So in theory, you can use the wrist strap to keep yourself from dropping this into a lake or over a waterfall, but we don't know how many people are actually going to use it because it does detract from the very sleek and very beautiful exterior of this iPod Touch, especially in the product red color that we have here. On the front, there's a new 4-inch display, which is actually the same display as in the iPhone 5. The previous iPod Touch got a slightly reduced quality version of the iPhone's display, but this is the exact same display in the iPhone 5, and it looks amazing. Comparing the new iPod Touch to the 4th generation model, it gives you a device that's considerably and noticeably thinner and much, much lighter than before, despite the fact that it is considerably taller than before, of course, to make room for that bigger display. It has a dual-core A5 processor, presumably the same as in the iPhone 4S, and performance is much, much improved over the older iPod Touch. It's nowhere near as fast as the iPhone 5, but even delivering performance close to that of the iPhone 4S means this is much faster than the previous iPod Touch. Apps will load a lot faster than they did before, and games will run more quickly as well, making this an even better gaming device than the iPod Touch was. And of course, we all know how popular that is for gaming. The 5th gen iPod Touch is far and away the best iPod yet. It's got a great camera on the back, it's thin, it's light, the battery life is very good, and of course it has that amazing 4-inch display up front. But for all that, you are going to have to pay for it. You're looking at $299 for the 32GB model, which is the smallest that you can get, or another $100 if you'd like to step up to the 64GB model. So not cheap, but it always is a device that looks and feels like a premium product, and so you will at least feel like you're getting your money's worth. Again, this is the 5th generation iPod Touch.